Okay, everybody, so here we're talking about a mountain position. I never want to be in a mountain position where the person on the bottom is getting comfortable. If I'm on a mountain position and I wait for the beginning of his escape, I will fall behind because he's going to initiate the steps. He's going to try to test my balance, and I'm trying to find an elbow escape. So I'll always be trying to work out here a way to dominate. So when the person's got the arms and protecting themselves like this, one of the things I like to do to make it really difficult for him is to actually go over and put my body weight on the top of the arms, like this. As I lift the head, I've got a good control. One of the things I do as well, when somebody trying to use the push on my elbows, they push really nice like this. I go one elbow and try to really push, and then I work out a little bit of a canceling his elbow position. Where from here, I can go back to the head, adjust. But when I work for the Ezequiel, which is something that I really like to do when I'm in the mount position, but I cannot do a very good Ezequiel when I'm on the top. I actually, especially when he's pushing me down, push, he's there, look. It might be giving me trouble in this position here. And that's where the Ezequiel comes in perfect time to address the problem for him. He needs to address this neck, because as he's giving me trouble with the arms low, I have to say, okay, you're pushing, let me stop. I want to make him stop pushing. So then I go and I close my fingers like this, not in a full fist, a half fist like this. And I put right on the side of his neck. And this is important because sometimes people tend to grab the Ezequiel by holding the sleeve first and then rolling in. I don't really think this is the best idea, because I telegraph. He can feel what I'm going to do before I do it. So if I want to create the pressure on his neck, why do I have to control the sleeve? Then I go into the neck. I go straight to the neck instead. And I know exactly where the neck needs to be pressured. There's this, his Adam's apple right in the center. And that is basically the sideline. The side of the Adam's apple, this is what I wanted to control, because that's where his major arteries are. So again, for those who doesn't know a choke, how it works, it's not a stop of the airways, but so the stop of the blood flow. So as I'm gonna put the hands nice and tight, I press in, make him very uncomfortable. And one of the things he's got to do with this pressure is to deal with the hand. So he will have to work hard to put the hand in there and try to push me towards it so he can continue to do his elbow escape. Because that's basically he wants to always to progress. So I feel he's pushing low, I have the control, immediately I push the hand and I started to work with the sleeve. If I get the sleeve on that way, I'm just gonna press the head, lift my elbow and conquer the tap. So this is important. Some people, on the Ezequiel, they put 4 fingers. Me personally, because I have maybe some fake fingers, I like to put 3 fingers in. All depends on how the geese look like, how thick, how big the lapels are. I got used to do the Ezequiel 3 fingers, but if you can put 4 fingers and still do it, great. And you gotta make adjustment to each one of you guys. But important here is exactly that. Push it in, lock it in, and my shoulder, look, get it, 3 fingers. I put a little bit of a turn as well here, look. My shoulder lift his chin up a little, where this can be more pressure, and then I lift this up, lift the other, Ezequiel works. So this is when I conquered the submission. Perfect. I got the submission. He was not quick enough to defend. But when I create a threat like an Ezequiel, I expect a major reaction from him. So that's why my Ezequiel and my pressures needs to be really on check. Because if my pressure is not really a threat, he doesn't feel that it's enough to go and defend against. So the more threat I give on the neck, the more exposure he will give on the next movement. So as I'm here in the head, everything's looking, he's pushing low, he's pushing my low, and then I go in, I put the threat. Look, I'm beating, maybe I go over the top, I beat it again, try to push it in, push it again. Look, I'm gonna adjust, and as I'm going, he pushed the hand and tried to turn. Look, now he's there. I'm gonna take advantage of that, and I'm gonna use my leg, and look, I do a little bit of a switch. Knee comes high, and I do a switch for S-mount. When I have this S-mount position, I have my leg behind, he's already turned, and everything becomes about the elbow. So if I am in this position, I can actually just push the elbow a little further, so then I can go with my hand under the armpit and have the wrist and the arm. We call it a figure 4. To get a good back take, don't stay too tall here. You have to go in his own level. So my chest wants to be right behind the shoulder blade. So sometimes if that person is right here, I don't I'm not able to put my chest behind. So you have to actually help them and get them to roll a little, and then you put the chest down, and now become like a little backpack behind you. Go in, bring my knee right underneath the back, so I can actually roll and have my leg underneath here, look. And now immediately, I want to bring him to the other side, so this hook can be easy to pass. Because I don't want to just go here and land at this side. I want to make sure I bring everything to the other side, where it's much easier to get the hook. As I have the arm control, I'm already holding the hand and initiating my grips for the possible choke. You go from here, put it inside, you can go a little forward narrow, hold the arm. You can finish really nice chokes from here on the follow-up, because what's the point to get the back and stay there? If I can, the best time to actually choke someone is when you get them in a bad position. So as soon as you put them there, you're ready going for the next move, straight hand on the collar, get them to worry so much about the neck that he forgets about the hooks goes easily on it, and then you can just keep following up on the choke positions.